Hello everyone, welcome to a highly anticipated game for some people. This is the demo for 868 Back, the successor to, I don't know when 868 Hack came out. I mean, a long time ago. At least a decade? I'm curious now. The game audio is going to stop when I go look because it only plays when you have the window focused. But when did 868 Hack come out? And this is just when did it come out on Steam. I think it was out on other platforms like maybe mobile before that. 2015 it came out on Steam. And I played it around that time, and I've published some videos of that, a number of them. It was pretty early on in my channel, I think. I came back a few times to play the expansion that he added eventually. But so this is the sequel, 868 Back. I know very little about the sequel. I saw some marketing material for it while he was working on the demo, but I don't really remember or didn't really understand any of it at the time anyway. I assume it is somewhat like 868 Hack, which was a... Well, I mean, this is by Michael Brogue? I really don't know how you're supposed to say his name. I think it's Brogue. Brogue, probably. Sorry, He's German. Is he German? Brau? I don't know. He speaks German anyway. He kind of has a style of roguelikes, such that you can kind of talk about playing roguelikes. Roguelikes in the style of Michael Brogue. They're sort of characterized, I don't know, like Cinco Paus, which I also have a series on, and 868 Hack. Both are kind of like very cramped quarters. You're kind of just working in a 5x5 grid, and all the numbers are very small. You're not like, in Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup where you have like 250 HP or something. You have like 3 health or something, and every enemy takes 1 hit, or very, very small numbers. And there are exciting interactions, I guess? I don't know. So, like I said, I don't know anything about this sequel, except that it's a sequel to 868 Hack. So I don't know what features it has. We'll find these out together. This is the screen that put me on when I started, so you haven't missed a thing. There is like setup here. I guess I could have... Okay, I lowered the volume in Windows instead, but I could have done it here. Fine. I appreciate that it has some of these settings. 868 Hack, I actually had to stop playing it for several years because I could not make it run. I eventually figured out some settings to toggle on my OS, where it would run, but it would only... You could see the top left corner of the game on the bottom right corner of my monitor, and I couldn't move it. I eventually found some workaround to that, but... Anyway. I'm glad that this one has some configuration. I see that there's quit. We're kind of in a fake sort of desktop. Oh. I thought this was just, do you want to be a hacker? So you want to be a hacker. Yeah, I mean, I would say that's me. Escape to operating system. Unauthorized access, who knows? So I guess this is tutorial, right? .kid. It starts out being highlighted. You want to be a hacker? Yes. Run .kid for me. Script. Why? Is there a reason script is misspelled? Script. Maybe this guy's username is ScriptKid, and this is their guide. ScriptKid's guide to running servers without getting in trouble with the corpse. Hey, welcome to cyberspace. They call me the Kid. Yeah, I'm that kid. You're here because, don't try to deny it, you've been thinking of hacking something. You're in the right place. I am tempted to skip this tutorial. Because, like, I mean, 868 Hack had a tutorial, and it was good. Like, it was short, to the point, it taught you the mechanics, but left you plenty of mysteries about how the more advanced features of the game worked. Cinco Paus had a very short tutorial, and it really didn't explain things to you, but part of the fun of the game was figuring things out. So I don't know. Let's just skip it. I'll work it out myself. And if I find myself completely confused, then I can always come back. Okay, so it's just you run a program that says that intermediate screen is just for setting the tone and confirming for you that indeed it is the tutorial. All right, let's not hack this baby. Nope. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, 868 back. Legacy 0, so maybe this is sort of a streak thing. Oh, what is this? This doesn't do anything. I have one occurrence of something. Oh, there's like a little tabbed thing. Is this like my save file, maybe? Device manager. Okay, I have a program here, maybe. Oh no, this is all completely foreign to me. I don't love this font. It's very stylized, but I also can't read it. I think this might say /base. Always connected, boost, restore all joy. I have no idea what this means. Okay, sure. But I have a device. It's my home cyberfunk sound system, so probably /base indeed. I know, I'm not blaming the game for me not understanding this. I'm having a good time. I know the tutorial probably would have explained it to me. So I guess this is like the level select screen, maybe. Goodwell's 8-bit BBS multiplier 1. Okay, is that my score multiplier or something else? Dev. This is a mundane dev. Was this one a dev? It was, okay. /mage, I think this says. Attack. Extra click at least 3 steps away. This is, I don't know what this means. .swap is the prog I would have, I assume. Exchange user's position with orthogonal task. Looks like a cost of 4. All right, well, let's just dive in and see if it's anything like 868 hack. Oh, this looks so much more familiar. Okay. So, why are you pointing at this? So I have /mage. Attack extra click at least 3 steps away. I don't know what extra click means. I have .swap. So, okay. This structure is all very 868 hack. We're this guy, the smiley face, and we need to get to the exit to finish a level, and like the game is going to be composed of doing some number of levels. Sectors, 1 of 8. Okay, it'll still be 8. It was 8 in 868 hack. And over time, probably, enemies will spawn in. These two things... Why is this one... Ah, that's... I see. There's a transmission there. Okay. So there's in the kind of 4 corners are where things start. I'm in one of the corners. This is in one of the corners, the exit. Okay, joy is health. Got it. And then the other 2 corners have data siphons, which are, you know, the consumable that you use that kind of is the only way for you to gain resources. And then this one looks funny because it has a transmission, which is like a bad guy starting to appear. Connect /range. I mean, it really wants me to push this button. I guess I'll try it. Okay, it made the noise. That's the 868 hack start of game noise. Attack. Extra click at least 3 steps away. Yeah, total mystery. Okay. But the enemies move whenever you move. It's a roguelike. And if it's anything like any other roguelike, there is no way to pass. So you do have to move. So now the enemy has spawned in. This looks like a glitch. Oh, sorry. A demon, of course. What was I thinking? Yes, this is a demon. It has 3 health. Okay, this is all very familiar. It requires 3 clicks to end. Yes. So this said something about clicks. My attacks... Ah, so I'm guessing I do extra damage if the enemy is far away, is what this means? Oh, this doesn't say mage, it says range. Okay. Yeah, so we have the same 868 hack weapon I would expect. Kind of an unlimited supply, ranged attack that deals 1 damage and stuns an enemy. Okay, and then we've got kind of like an artifact, which is range, I guess. Artifacts didn't exist in 868 hack, but this looks like something that somehow modifies my general parameters. Whereas the stuff on these... What are these things called? Prog cubes, I guess? I don't know what they were called before. These are cubes. So these are like active abilities. And I started... maybe? No, I started with Thought Swap. That's my active. And $0. Okay, so I'm a script kitty. What is this that I have 1 of? I could not tell you. Oh, is that a siphon? It must be. Does it look anything like this? Well, we'll see if the number goes up to 2. No, this is my siphon. So I have 1 of something. Oh, it's nice that it counts how much you would get for you. I wish you could, like, mouse over this, though. Like, because one of the things that was a big pain in 868 hack was figuring out where you get, like, an optimal siphon. So the idea is you spend these siphons when you're standing somewhere, and you obtain value from each adjacent tile. So if I were standing here, and I used up a siphon, I would gain this energy, these 2 energy, this credit, these credits, this energy, and all these credits. So I would get a total of, what, 6 energy, 6 credits, and 5 energy. And if you siphon next to one of these things, then instead of resources, you get a reward based on what the thing is. And it was annoying having to, like, count up, like, how much exactly do I get for siphoning from here? So I appreciate, on the one hand, that while standing here, it tells me that if I were to siphon, I would get 2 credits and an energy. The problem is I don't want to have to walk here just to have it count up for me, oh, you'll get 11 stuff. I want to, like, mouse over this. Why not? Just change what data siphon would do based on where I point. So I'll suggest that, and also I wouldn't be surprised if Michael watches this video. But that's my first noticeably different thing, is Data Siphon has this cool new feature. Great. Here's a way I think it could be better. So, and there's all these. So these are actives, right? So this is .row. Okay. Oh, they changed the cost for row. It used to cost 3 in 1. Okay. Pull. Yeah. Didn't this used to cost just 2 energy? Okay. Column. Yeah, the same nerfed row god, I guess. Slash. User replaces tasks and transmissions diagonally. I have no idea what this could mean. User replaces. I don't even know what a task is. I think tasks are enemies. And a transmission is an incoming enemy. So, like, user replaces them diagonally. So if there's a task or a transmission diagonal to you, you impair it in some way. You swap places with it, or I don't know, something. Maybe you really do replace each diagonal thing with a copy of you, and there's 5 of you in the level, but I doubt it. Poly, yeah, makes enemies, rerolls which enemies you have. And these look like the same 4 enemies we've always had. Demons, viruses. What are those blue guys called? Cryptog? And glitch. Okay. Dot bind. Void adjacent prog cube to gain script. Well, I don't know what void means, but probably it means destroy. Gaining script, I assume, is like these things. But, like, then why would you use like this. Very strange. Doesn't seem that good to spend... Well... No, because then it doesn't cost a siphon. It just costs... Well, or maybe it does, because... Well, this says energy plus. Okay, I don't know. One or more energy? Maybe you're spending energy equal to the cost of the thing or something? I don't know. Flame. End next task here. So this is like you can leave a trap, I think. Flame was added in the expansion, which I didn't play very much. But I think that's sort of how it works. Boost all connected boostable devs. I have no idea what this means. Boosting is a new concept for me. Okay, and I don't totally understand... I guess this makes sense. Orthogonal, but not necessarily adjacent. So you can swap with something that you have line of sight to, no matter how far away it is. And generally speaking, all these programs are instantaneous. Using them doesn't cost you a turn, whereas moving and shooting does. So, what's my plan for this floor? I might just, like, grab these resources and then try to pick up column. A virus. So this moves at speed 2. But like most tasks, only has 2 health. The demon was special in having 3. That was kind of its gimmick. Yeah, I guess I don't... So, I could move south and he would move towards me and I could punch him a couple times. But it should be safe to go up here and then siphon. The glitch's special gimmick is that he can move onto these wall tiles and through them. And furthermore, he loves to do so, so I knew he would come up here. But then I can just shoot him. The reason I had to double check is because by spending a siphon, I messed up my parry to this guy. But I knew he would still approach me in a way that was easy to deal with. Okay, so what does Data Siphon say here? So, 5 enemies, yeah. So, these costs in the top left are the number of enemies you will have to defend yourself from to steal this stuff. So, okay, let's do that. So it has created 5 new enemies. I think I just want to swap with this guy when I can, so that I can be on the right and defend all yeah, I think that makes sense. So, well, let's move down first. There's no real harm in it, and maybe something interesting will happen. Okay, so here's all these guys, and the Cryptog's gimmick is they're invisible if you don't have line of sight to them. It just marks where you last saw them. Okay. So I could shoot this guy. Yeah, maybe I don't even have to spend a swap. This is a very favorable setup, actually. Nothing, no glitches or viruses to mess with me, just a big pile of HP. So if I just shoot this guy twice, these guys will hit me once, that's fine. Then I'll back off and I have a pretty well-defended corridor. And this will restore one of my joys, so I think I'll still be at full health. I mean, assuming nothing else bad happens, I will be. But something bad could happen because enemies spawn in gradually over time. Yeah, for example, a glitch could eventually sneak through my barricade. And will. I guess I'll shoot left here. The enemies move, I assume, in a random order. That's how Michael usually does it. And the glitch shouldn't prefer either the tile above me or the tile to the left, so he should choose randomly. So if the glitch gets to move first, it'll move on to one of these 2 tiles. If it moves here, great, the Cryptog will be blocked. If it moves here, I can just back up, and then I have a decent corridor for fighting these guys anyway. If the Riptide moves first, it'll come here, and the glitch will have to go here. But again, I can just back up in that case. I could back up first, but I don't really see a reason to do that. Let's just finish off this demon. Okay. Now I can back off. Bonk, 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 bonk. And we're through without spending any resources. Oh, maybe I should be thinking about my range ability. There's no real good way to get this guy at a far distance, though. Okay, so, success. I made it to the top right. I took 1 damage. I assume I have 3 health. It does say 2 out of 3. Yes, okay. So this will restore all of my joy. I thought. Oh, no! It doesn't. You have to siphon it to restore joy. I thought, wasn't there... Okay, hang on. What is this? Boost, restore all joy. Okay. It's boostable. So if is this like, have I gained a charge on this maybe? That would be very strong. Okay, could I, if I wanted to, not do this? No, it won't let me move. So I must use my device manager to heal. Okay, so moving levels does appear to heal me, at least with /base. Maybe there's some other boostable thing that could change that, but these are like consumables you get once per level, maybe? And it restores all joy. I thought it used to only restore 1 to go through an exit. Anyway, I'll boost with /base, I guess. And so because this is Sector 2, there are 2 enemies spawning in at the start of the level instead of just 1, and so it kind of escalates in that way. Okay, indeed I could swap, but I don't want to. Oh yeah, because that was at range, it did extra damage to him. He only took 2 hits even though he had 3 health. Great. And here it was important to move west instead of south, so I'd have a clear shot at the glitch who wanted to hang out on this debug. Okay. Is there something important about this sticking in a bit? Glittering data, yeah, so like, these number tiles are how you get points, and that's ultimately what the game is scored as. If you get to the exit, you score points. This one has a weird... I've never seen this little triangle. I don't know if it means anything. Gain data towards your legacy. Because this one doesn't have it. None of the others do. I don't know. Weird. It might just be a different... like... a different sprite with no meaning, or it could mean something in some way I don't yet understand, because I skipped the tutorial. Okay. Well, I don't want swap or column. I already have those. Row and debug, I mean, either of those could be something. I would be interested to learn how / works. And I guess swap already makes me good at... Sorry, column and swap both make me good at dealing with orthogonal things. / would be a way to branch out into diagonality, I guess? Is a way to reason about what might be a good idea. I don't know, I'll try it. And this looks like plenty of resources. I shouldn't be siphoning resources, I want a prog here. Okay, /. So there's nothing currently diagonal from me, so / doesn't do anything. Could I... It looks like I am not allowed to swap with a transmission, only a task. Okay. Die. Okay. So, column is available now, because there's a demon here. But / is not. So this guy is diagonal from me, but he's distance 2 away. I presume that's the reason I can't / him. But instead I'm going to swap. It just picks? Oh my god. Well, I'm glad it picked this one. Okay. Slash successfully stolen, no resources spent still. Well, no, that's not true. I spent a swap. Now, I noticed that when I spent it, there was a picture of like an energy here in this little gutter. I don't know if that was just tracking what I had recently spent, or if it was an opportunity just to like somehow say, oh, I wanted to swap with a different enemy, not that one, or what. Let's go grab debug as well, I suppose. You want to have plenty of tools to work with. Oops, he was already dead. I forgot about my range ability. So debug kills anything that is not on an otherwise empty floor tile. So it's good at dealing with glitches who are often on top of wall tiles, for example. But you can also, there are other ways to get things on top of each other sometimes. Okay, this looks like a good column to stop this virus from charging in at me. Excuse me? Oh, that's why it costs more. It doesn't just deal 1 damage, it kills them. Okay. Got it. It does say end. I did not notice that. Alright. So this guy should be here, which... Oh, and indeed Slash has lit up. Yeah. Because, in general, enemies in 868 hack, and every roguelike I'm aware of, which is just 2 of them. I know there are a lot more, but I don't know anything about them. Try to move toward you, and in as efficient a way as they can. And so he would want to go this way. Furthermore, we would have seen him if for some reason he had gone this way. And he wouldn't just run away for no reason. So he's here. With a non-Cryptog, we could try just walking away and see if he decides, because there's 2 routes. If I were here, he could either go up and then left, or he could go left and then up. There's multiple routes for him to get to me. Most enemies would choose randomly. Cryptogs prefer a route where you can't see them. So if I go left, I know he's gonna go left. So I'm just gonna step in, take it to face, and kill him. And let's go boost. Yeah, boost with slash base, please. Neep. This looks fine. Ish. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Still getting used to them dying in 1 hit if I'm far enough away. I assume that's not like a thing you will universally have in every game. This being in the device manager makes it seem like, you know, a modification to this run in some way. Also, I noticed there are 19 days? Well, 15, I guess. We don't work on the weekends, maybe? Or something else happens on weekends? Okay. What's my parity like for this guy? What do I want to do this level? Oh, what is cull? End clicked task orthogonally. Yes, sure. So just kill a damaged thing that is orthogonal from you. Sure. Swap, I remember. We have it already. Scan. Instantly attack viruses in range. Not sure what in range means. I know what viruses are, and I know what attacking is. Huh. Okay. Oh, crash, an old favorite. Yeah, void nearby cells. Okay, I remember this. They made it more credit focused. So in 868 hack anyway, credits were sort of the harder to come by commodity. There was at least one thing that could convert credits into energy, but there was nothing going the other direction. And credits were mostly used for attacks, and energy was used for more subtle things. You can see, for example, here, debug, right? It kills things, and it costs only credits. mean, you know, swap costs only energy, right? It's more subtle. I don't know what I'm doing. I think Cull is particularly bad when we have this range ability. It would be interesting to try Scan, I guess. It's very cheap. It only costs 1 credit. Huh. Let's see what it does. So this is a virus in range. I don't at the moment need to punch him. I guess I'll just wait. I'll find out what it does when there's a reason to use it. Take that. I'm at range, buddy. Okay. And then I think it would be sensible to... I mean, there's a couple sensible choices. Maybe. I think you could... No, I don't want to grab another column. That's stupid. Grabbing Crash, you're not going to get a lot of resources, right? Just, what, 7? You could grab Cull over here, which I guess also gets you 7? Or this 6, which gets you 7. Okay. I'm seeing a pattern. Up here you could get 8, but you have to get Column. The music is more appealing than the 868 hack music. You know, you definitely could get used to it, and it has its own charm. But this is more immediately appealing. Yeah, I'll grab Cull, I guess. Just want to have more tools. Try out new ones as well. Let's back up, establish a perimeter. Die, die, die. Easy mode. Okay. Be a glitch? No. Ideally, you want to make sure the level is clear before you leave. Because, at least in 868 hack, enemies on the screen remain when you transition levels. It's not like going downstairs and they disappear. It's like reloading the level with new walls and enemies, but what was there before stays. Yeah, I have no choice but to boost /base. It's wasted here, but that's life. Die. Ah, so slash, user replaces. See, this says exchange, this says user replaces. I don't know what this does, and currently this guy's kind of annoying. Let's see what happens. Okay, it does teleport you into him. Oh, interesting. So it has a picture of a slash up here. So this looks like it could be related to building up some kind of combo. There was a secret level in 868 hack, which I read about how to get to, but I found it so offensive I never tried. Such an uninteresting game mechanic. This kind of looks like it might be building up to something like that. I don't know. Anyway, I should be okay down here. I haven't totally kept track of the Cryptog, but I feel like he should be about here by now. Yeah. So what do we have? We have Pull, which we saw before, Debug, which we have, Boost, which boosts all connected boostable devs. So it would be giving me more of like this stuff, I guess, but I haven't seen any of those yet. I don't know what those are. Or I could take Reap. End nearest demons, clicking nearby. Yes, what was this called in 868 hack? It's called D-Bomb. It blows up all the demons with the minimum distance to you. So like if there's 3 demons that are all distance 3 from you, they all blow up. Just whichever ones share the closest distance. This would certainly be a fine defensive choice. We would be well set up to survive anything. But I think I'd like to learn what is going on with this boosting stuff. If only there were a tutorial, right? So let's take on a more serious fight than we have so far and siphon here. We're taking on 8 enemies now, 6 from the boost and 2 from this. My first 2 points, I think. Where's my... Why does it not say I have 2 points? Or is that a 2? I hate this font so much. Okay. So, my... Where's the thing about viruses? My .scan is not currently active. Whatever that means, I can't attack this virus. So I still don't understand totally the targeting requirements for it, but fine. So I'm gonna back up here. One of the Cryptogs should follow me, the other one will probably head off to the side. And then one of the viruses will take its place, which is fine with me. But I just want to be further away from all this mess of enemies. Tasks. Oh no, they both went south. Okay, sure. I don't... Well, okay, let's try scan. What does this do? Okay. It attacked the nearest virus for 1. Okay. I'm not sure if that's good enough. And does it mean, like, does in range mean adjacent or what? I don't know. I could finish him off. I could also just fire off column here. That's probably okay. And then finish him off. So what is scan going to do here? Is it going to attack both of them or just the one adjacent to me? Just the adjacent one. Wow, that's not that strong. Ah! That said, it's certainly better than nothing. Scan again. And I think I can afford to take 1 hit here. I guess I'm taking another, huh? Well, let's not. Oh no, I keep forgetting. I get all of my joy back when I leave a level. Probably shouldn't have scanned there. Okay. Two somethings times 1. Oh, points? This is where my 2 points on the current run are. They're multiplied by 1. Apparently you could multiply it by something streaking, maybe? But they're not yet in my legacy, which is like previous games or something. Okay, so these are points I haven't banked yet. These are banked points, probably. So what else do I want here? Just some points and some resources. Let's grab the 3, and I can get 8 resources if I stand here while I do that. Only 7 if I stand somewhere else. You could be more greedy and just save the siphon for the next sector, I suppose. Try to get more points out of it. But, I mean, it's my first game. I don't have to be that greedy. Oh, let's slash. Yeah. Because if you can shoot a transmission while it's still coming in, it just instantly dies. So slash. I was going to be in a difficult spot if I didn't use anything. So it seems like a good chance to use slash. Take that guy out with range. Hello. Oh, and also, so I mentioned there are more enemies at the start of each sector. Like, the number of enemies at the start is the sector number. But also on each sector, the spawn rate for enemies increases by a bit. I don't know the exact formula. But each siphon you have used on the level, I believe, basically counts as being one sector further forward. So with 2 siphons down, we're having enemies spawn in as quickly as if it were Sector 6 with no siphons. So, you know, eventually it sort of gets to be a little bit hard to even just sit around doing nothing. Because you can carry siphons over from sector to sector. So you could have multiple siphons, more than 2 on a level, and it would really get out of hand. But okay. So I don't need to column this guy. I don't see a need to do much of anything. Let's just go over here. Oh, I have to boost. Boost the base, baby. Why is debug lit up? Who's overlapping? You? Did that always happen? Is that a feature of 868 Hack I did not know about? That you can overlap with a siphon if you're an enemy? I didn't know that. Okay. Yeah, and now it's not on anymore. That must be what it was. I could have killed this guy with a debug if I wanted to. Curious. Oh. I could put this whole debate to bed if I were to slash and then column. Yikes, that's a powerful thing to do. Costs a lot of resources. Mostly energy, which I'm a bit short of. I could debug the guy and then try to handle these viruses with just scans? That would cost me more credits and less energy, which I guess is what I want. Yeah, slash column is flashy, but it's more than I need. So let's just debug and back off. I'll scan you. Is that 5? Yeah. Okay, so what do we want here? I see row push. That I assume is what it always has been, yeah. Cull we already have. Scan, yeah. We don't have flame yet. I don't really care for it. Let's take push, I guess, as my last program. My last prog. Wait a minute. Boost is lit up. Why can I dot boost here? Huh? Boost all connected boostable devs. There's a boostable dev connected to me. Okay. Good to know. I'm not going to do that right now. But like after the combat, it could be something to check into. Boosted connectable devs. What could they be? The first time all game I've seen boost do some lit up. I think I'm gonna move east in between these two. If either of them is a virus, then scan handles it quite nicely. If not, you know, maybe push, or if necessary, I could use column. Oh, I could slash one of them, couldn't I? And then shoot the other and be reasonably well positioned? Yeah, sure, why not? Notably, the numpad 3 doesn't work. It's got to be number row 3. Oh my god, they're all viruses? Well, column would completely solve this problem. Slash would solve it cheaper, though. Swap would not solve the problem. Okay, I notice boost is still lit up, by the way. Don't know what to make of that. Would anything else be good here? Would push be good enough, for example? Probably not. Let's just go with slash. Okay, so I have boostable devs. This is like... It's glowing differently, right? Depending on where I'm standing. And it seems like... Is the cost changing as well, or... I mean, it's lit up no matter where I am, which I don't think it was before. Huh. Well, let's fire it off right here, see what happens. I got powered up. Oh! It just means use all your, like, drink a potion or something. I see. So that was a terrible waste of resources. But at least I understand what it means now. I thought it would somehow add to my collection of devs, not use them. Connected boostable devs? So, oh, connected just means the stuff that is... Yeah, these are connected. Stuff that's plugged into you, basically. Alright. Would I like to just push? I think push is a pretty good solution to this. Because it gets the virus far enough away to be one shot. I think we'll just use another push here. No, you know what? I have so many credits. I should be using... Oh, I didn't take the demon blowing up thing, did I? Oh, so this is like dot reset. I see. Okay. Or at least with the dev I currently have, it is. My tools are great for this. Maybe I should just debug this guy while I had a chance. I mean, I guess I don't mind taking damage either. Since I did just unnecessarily heal, I have some health to spare. Aw, man. What terrible timing. Okay. That doesn't even work, you moron! Ugh, I should have swapped with him, or I should have slashed him. That was the worst. Okay. It's fine. You can make some mistakes. It's only a game. Yeah, boost me, please. Oh, right. Plus, this restores me to full anyway. I'm so used to only getting one heal for free. I think I don't need to scan here. The main issue is, like, eventually this glitch is going to sneak up on me. And if I scan, I'm more efficient at taking out... No. It's going to take everyone forever to get here, except these two viruses. And I can handle the two viruses by just shooting them. So I can't collect any new progs, so it's just about resources, survival, and points. And what I need more than anything is energy. I don't know how on earth I've become so... credit heavy. Let's just grab all this energy. And it is tempting to try to siphon here. But 12 enemies is a lot, and I've only got 10 energy to deal with it all, but it's a relatively defensible position, I think. I think I'd like to give it a try. I'll wait until the air is cleared. Which often, you know, it takes some waiting. You need an enemy to spawn near you so you can kill it right away. There we go. Now, would this be an interesting slash? Seems kind of nice, doesn't it? What a defensible position this would be. The only problem would be glitches, and I can just debug them easily. Yeah, get me in there, please. Okay, I mean, viruses are a slight problem, I guess. Okay, kill all the glitches, please. I'll take a hit here, that's fine. Kill them all again. And this time, I'd rather just scan the virus, because it's cheaper to spend 2 turns scanning him. And stunning. So, like, when you scan, he gets stunned, and then you spend the rest of your turn stunning the other guy, is the idea. Oh my god, you jerks. Well, see you later. I mean, I don't know, maybe that was a little bit premature, but it seems like it's worked out all right. That could have gone worse for me. All right, I'm not going to wait for this guy to cycle all the way around. I might end up getting surrounded. Well, no, because I heal all the way to full, so even if I have a slight problem, it's worth trying to go to the next level with no enemies on screen, I think. I think a virus is good news, right? Because it's easy to kill him quickly. He gets into range. Okay, and now this one's easy to finish off, and we're through. Boost the base, please. Now I can't swap because that's only with tasks, so I can't go up here. Okay. I could call them to finish them both off, but that costs a lot of my energy. I'd rather not. I'm not in a great spot here. It's not so easy to defend. I mean, I have enough resources, I should be okay, but if there were a better fortress to stand in, I wouldn't have to spend so much. Probably should have debugged there. Whoops. Well, I guess I'll call him instead. That's the noise a demon makes, or yeah, a demon makes when it hits you. I remember that noise. That poor virus can't decide which way to go to get to me because things keep getting cleared up and then uncleared up. Okay. What do we want on this level? I mean, the points, obviously. And there's a decent amount of energy next to these points, I guess. Oh, that was a glitch. I should have gone down here so I could be closer to the 5 when I finished killing him. He was going to move through the wall. Just foolish. Or maybe more thoughtless would be the right word. This is 5 energy and 2 credits, sure. Alright, no problem. Didn't have to spend any resources on that. And then there's not really any more points I could take. I could take these 5, but I'd have to either get very few resources or fight a bunch of enemies to grab a bunch of other stuff I can't even carry. So I'll just go on with a siphon to spare. Alright, Sector 8, the final level. Yeah, boost the base, please. There's gotta be a button you can press to do this. A key. This is the only thing that the game needs you to use a mouse click on, as far as I know. Perhaps it would have been explained in the tutorial. Oh, this is new. Fork? Duplicate user. What? Is this extra life or multi-ball? I don't know. Okay. Well, we're gonna debug this a lot, it looks like. I sort of lost count of all the Cryptogs, but they were lining up nicely. I forgot there still was one? He spawned in when I wasn't looking. That one I knew was there. So you can see we're spending a lot more of our time just fighting off incidental enemy spawns here in Sector 8. As I mentioned would happen. Oh, we gotta get those 16 points, right? Now, something that I remember from the original 868 hack was that I loved programs like Delay and Step as ways to steal a bunch of points on the final level and just kind of ignore the enemies who would spawn. Step was like, you know, take a move, even if normally you couldn't move. For example, because there's a wall in the way, or because there's an enemy in the way, or because there's not an enemy directly in the way, but there's one you could shoot at. Shooting is always prioritized over moving, but Step changed that rule and said, no, you can move no matter what. So you could spawn in a bunch of enemies and then, like, step to the exit. Or Delay would, like, make them appear... Make the transmissions wait around for a while before they became tasks. And so I would usually, like, I would grab this 7, then I'd grab this 8, and then I'd position myself here with my 3rd siphon, grab 16, and just, like, you know, hit pause on the enemies, like, 6 or 7 times on my way to the exit. But I don't have that in this game. Whether it's been removed or just wasn't available, I don't know. How are my resources looking? 17 credits, 13 energy. That's okay, but I'm not, like, rich. I think I should try to grab this 7 first. I mean, I could be more conservative and try, like, not to use all 3 siphons on points, use one of them just for resources. I think I can do better than that. I can try to at least spend 3 of them on points. And then if I have to abandon early because one of the fights goes badly, well, I mean, too bad. We want to scan this guy. And his friend. Ah! So Scan did actually shoot this guy, even at distance 2? But I thought I had tried it before. Okay, so it looks like it does work. But he has to be like in a range where you could have shot him, maybe is what Scan uses. And I just misunderstood it before. There's not a Cryptog right here, is there? I would know that, wouldn't I? Okay. I guess swap is pretty okay here. Swap with one of them, shoot the one I swapped with, and then the other one moves into range. Yeah. Okay, so I think... I mean, getting 16 seems difficult, especially when I don't have my favorite tools for doing that. Maybe I could do it with, like, swap and column and whatever, but I'd rather just make sure I live. So I think I'll try just taking the 9 and then taking the 8 on my way out. I'll leave 7 behind. I really don't want to have anything on the field when I start. So it just takes some maneuvering. There we go. So column could be good, but it'll be good next turn. What do we think? Do we like a column? It's a lot of energy. But I'm very exposed. I think if I let all this stuff get up to me, I'll have bigger problems. On the other hand, like, Slash kills one enemy for half the energy cost as column. And I don't think those guys who are super far away from me are as important as enemies who might be near to me. I don't think I need to debug yet. Debug now would be actively harmful. Now a debug looks fine. Hello. What do we want to do about this? I could scan the virus, that's no problem. But there's still 2 guys causing me problems. I could shoot... Maybe, yeah, I guess I just want to scan and then back up. So, scan, retreat. And now I can scan, and be looking okay. Is this a good slash? Seems pretty alright. Let's do it. Wah! Okay, that was a good slash. I've learned more about how slash works. Holy smokes. So it goes in a straight line diagonally, killing everything until... Okay. That explains why it's... Well, no, I don't know. It seems pretty strong. Okay. 1, 2, 3. So if I just move south and then punch this glitch twice, the Cryptog will be lined up perfectly. Oh, also, I guess I forgot it was damaged. Hello? What is this? Why is the floor doing this? What does this mean? I've never seen this before. The floor is doing things. Oh man, I'm so rich. Maybe I could have tried to Siphon 16. I mean, I have Slash. I don't know that I need it. But it's kind of good to use things proactively if you can. Yeah, let's just Slash here. Because it lets me kill that guy with just one hit as well. Alright, let's... back up? Sure. I think this is worth a scan, because it effectively does 2 damage to the further left virus. By letting me shoot at him before he gets close enough. And this way I get to use my range. Yeah. I mean, this is not a disaster or anything, but I don't have great tools to deal with it. I'm pretty sure I could just leave. Well, no, I have to at least deal with these guys a little bit. Column would let me leave. Yeah, you know what? There's no need to be macho about this. Let's just get out. So yeah, server hacked. Okay. What in the world is this? Okay, so it's day 2. We still have range and swap, it looks like. Or maybe... I don't know what I'm looking at here. Maybe it would have told me in the tutorial. Like, I got 50 points. So Goodwill's 8-bit BBS, I got 50 data, and my multiplier was 1, so it was 50. So that's been banked now. And it looks like this is saying a similar thing. No device selected. Oh, index? Is this like... Oh, okay, sure. All the things I've found. Okay, so the only dev I know is range. Where are my boosts? Okay, doesn't seem like that exists. These are the progs I found. Oh, here's... Well, no, dot boost is a prog, yeah. What is this icon? What is this iconography? I have no idea. I see that at the bottom there, though, the guy with the headphones, that was the base boost we got. So maybe these are the 4 boosts that you could have, and for some reason the numbers next to them they mean something? I don't know. Okay, so this is giving examples of like using it. Yeah, debug, yeah, okay. Slash shows you that, push, yep. Notably, it pushes them through walls, which is not a surprise to me, but might have been to you. This explains how scan works. Swap, yeah. Okay. Okay, got it. Ah, I can click on these. They don't give you... don't give you an affordance. Like, I would expect it to just get slightly larger when I mouse over it, if I could click on it. Or something like that, or change color a little bit. This looks like a display, not an interface. No reason, really, for, like, I don't know. That's not necessarily wrong. I'm not the final word on this or anything, but it did sort of feel to me like this was tabulating some information for me and not providing me a set of choices. What is happening? So these are, like, okay, I was here. This is a map of directions I could go, I guess. This is the Basilisk Fleshnet. Okay, well, we'll leave the next exploration for tomorrow here. I'm a notoriously slow player at everything, and also I talk things through a lot. I just can't make a decision without explaining all the things I'm thinking about, which I'm sure is desirable. You know, people enjoy that, but it does mean that the games go a bit slow. So tomorrow we'll check out one of these 2 other servers we could go to. No, this one's locked. Hack 3 Unified server. Okay, well, we'll figure this all out tomorrow. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm having fun so far. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.